Look at you now, boy. Look at you now. Before the Bell Podcast, slamming all comers. Bloodlines, crime time, real bath water. The boy's mind burns a CT. On your way to the count, 1, 2, 3. For the Bell Podcast. Before the Bell Podcast. Bell rings.
Always something. She's always super thick. Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Main Event CT. Welcome to the greatest wrestling podcast of all time. That is Before the Bell. We are here. You guys are here. We're excited to see you. Before we even get this thing started, I want to tell you guys, thank you for helping us get over that hump. We hit 300 plus comments and still counting. I like it. Keep it up. To my left, this is my guy. This is my man, 100 grand. This is the Dark Attack. This is Dark Kent. This show just reached another level when this man came on. Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Chris Burns.
What's going on? What's going on? Your boy, the Dark Attack here. The vintage wrestling shirt, G-O-D in the building. Feeling good.
Let's talk about these shirts, man. A lot of people comment.
Yeah.
Hey, man, what a shirt. Can I get the shirt? Can you please explain to them why they can't?
Listen, y'all, listen. Oh, see, like a vintage piece like this. This is a 93 Doink, damn near dead stock. You understand what I'm saying? You can't, you could get that, but you can't really get that. You know what I mean? Like you got to scour the eBays, you got to scour the goats, the other stuff, or you got to be in the community like me. But most of the shirts I wear are one-offs. They drop, and you got to get them. And then if you don't get them, that's just what that is. But you know, just follow me on the.darkattack. Hit me with some DMs. If you're trying to get plugged into the community, holla at me. That's where you can get some of the shirts.
Say the site again, because you know they're gonna ask.
The.darkattack on Instagram. Hit me there. If you like, yo, how can I get the shirt plugs? You know what I'm saying? I'll tap you into the right people.
Also, make sure you follow him before you just ask him for a favor.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Okay. If I look and I see that you're not following me, I'm not going to not only not respond, I'll block you.
That's crazy.
Oh, no. We don't do disrespect. You know what I mean? Disrespect will not be tolerated at any level.
They don't even get a chance to fix it. You got to give people a chance to fix it.
No,
bro.
That's literally me walking up to you and asking for $20 and you've never met me. You know what I'm saying? Disrespect. It's disrespect.
Okay. So
Am I wrong? Hey, bro, you got a dub.
I don't even know you, fam. You're right.
Hey, yeah, that's not cool.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things to discuss while we're waiting for our partner in crime. In the meantime, this is what I want to start with, man. We had some releases.
Mm-hmm.
Baron Corbin is no longer with the WWE. Tegan Knox is no longer with the WWE. And Indy Hartwell is no longer with WWE. They got the 90-day non-compete. And I feel like this, man. Baron Corbin, first of all, the writing has been on the wall. Great guy.
Okay.
Great guy.
All right.
Writing been on the wall for about 4-5 years.
Yep.
When he went back to NXT, he was like, I don't think this is a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he had an incredible run. I love the NXT run.
Okay.
I'm a fan of heel Corbin.
Yeah.
Also, if he went to AEW, I think he would get the respect that he deserves.
Whoo. So I have 3 levels.
Let's
level it out, yeah. Door wide open, yeah. That's what we're talking about there.
Are you whispering or are you hungry? What?
Good to see you there, Gorilla Monsoon, yeah.
Gorilla Monsoon.
Oh, yeah. There's the man right there. I see you. The cream of the top. That's what they call you CT for. Isn't that right there, buddy? Yeah. Want to talk about Doink the Clown. That's a true rival right there, yeah. It's a true evil. For those of you who don't know, it's the Macho Man. It was a busy week, yeah. It was a busy night for me, yeah.
I'm out of breath.
This ain't no breath.
Look, okay.
Ain't no breath, man, because my body, my lungs, yeah, they're pumping full of air, up and down, up and down. That's what they do, yeah. And when my lungs are breathing, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if this heart stops, if these lungs stop pumping, yeah, that's when you should know that before the bell is come off the top rope and hit you on top of the head there.
Do that elbow drop again.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's unpack this.
Here's
for
the
a
thing.
second.
Here's the deal.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna get started at the fact that his sideburns don't match the top rest of his hair.
Listen.
How is he redheaded?
Get out of my head.
And also, and about to fall.
You definitely got to twist the other way.
You
That's you out of
freak
control.
out, freak out, freak out.
So here's the thing. The real Macho Man had a full bandana
Yeah.
to cover up what was up underneath that thing. Now you just got the half bandana, fire,
Yeah,
Fire.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
but the hair to go with it. Walk us through it.
Well, I was at the salon.
Okay.
Oh, right.
And Elizabeth, she was doing my hair. She said, "You know what? Look cool."
You went to the salon and your girl was doing your hair at the salon.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's in the Macho compound.
Okay.
And she said, "Let me do your hair right there." There's a little bit of red, a little bit of black, because when you fight the Macho Man, all your black is gonna have some red in it. Dig it!
Oh.
Step into a Slim Jim.
This might be the best character you've ever done because the voice is so
It's damn good.
and every
damn
one of your voices, I think maybe one of you slipped on one, but we don't need to talk about that.
No,
but
no.
this one is probably the greatest.
Thank you.
I'm just, I usually have the same question, which is,
Yeah.
were the pants already a thing that he had, or is that a costume? Because I just
Yeah.
seen Martin show up,
Martin be wearing that
it's a
BS.
fit. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's a
Oh, yeah.
fit. And I can't say for certain that those weren't already folded up in the drawer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You be wearing clothes like you be looking for a bully.
That's right. That's right. Like he got to fight Batman later.
Who wants to give me the smoke? That's how you be dressing. Want to test out my fighting moves? Who wants to pick on me?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Hilarious.
We're talking about the releases.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin's gone, Tegan Knox is gone, and
Indy Hartwell.
Indy Hart. As a matter of fact, the super chats are open. We're live on Facebook. The stars
Yes.
are available as well. Please donate stars, donate the super chats. You guys donate a significant amount. We stopped the show. And thank you. That significant amount. The number is $10 or more. And we go from there. We appreciate all super chats because we appreciate anything that you guys contribute to us because we know that money is thin and people work hard. And we appreciate you guys' hard-earned money. The show is paid for by viewers like you. So Baron Corbin can go to AEW and thrive. You don't think so?
AEW has a problem with big men. The fact that Lance Archer just now popping, right?
Uh-huh.
And even then, I don't think he's still popping. They started calling him Timu Drew McIntyre.
Oh.
So it's like you re-debut him, you take Jake the Snake Roberts away from him, and he's this. So what can they do with Baron Corbin? I'd say TNA.
TNA.
I think it has TNA written all over him. You're right.
Interesting.
Because look at the AEW big men. Hobbs, nothing going on. Wardlow, nothing going on. And then, like you said, Archer before that. You could go down the list.
Brian Cage, all
not their thing. But I mean, I had 3 different levels for these releases.
Let's hear it.
Very surprised.
Okay. First stop. Stop.
What?
You stop talking.
What's wrong with my levels?
You know what's wrong with your levels.
No.
Because you're about to get even worse.
Yo,
I thought it was about to be friendly. I don't know why. Keep going.
it is friendly, okay?
Very surprised.
Somewhat surprised.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
And then well, yeah.
Can I try to guess who
Yeah,
is on each
100%.
level?
Yeah.
Very surprised. Indy Hartwell.
Well done.
She was just on TV, just wrestled a match, has been kind of involved with Candice LeRae and Nia
And low
Jax.
key fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
ain't no low key.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I was doing it for myself. In case somebody else, someone like protested, y'all in the Indy Hartwell, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's not a traditional beauty, but kind of bad.
There's always
bad.
someone weird in the comments.
Yeah.
Y'all keep trying to drink that milk. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
First off,
Relax.
first off, we enjoy all varieties of milk.
Absolutely.
Y'all keep trying to drink that milk.
They be getting mad, boy. Y'all
Yeah.
keep trying to drink that. That shit, I wouldn't take it to no cookout.
Yeah.
I'm vegan. You're like, all right, man.
Like,
Relax. It's okay.
Yo, this is my favorite day of the week.
You go look at you're like, who is this guy dating? He's just like, if I see a dude and all his photos are like a car selfie, I'm like, all right, then what are we?
Every picture is of him by himself, and he's never smiling.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, you're a serial killer.
and only owns hoodies.
Oh my god,
It's never anything else.
it's never anything else. Read that, please.
We got a super chat from Michael Jalen Davis, $10
Yeah.
super chat. He says, first super chat for me, Martin about to audition for Roll Bounce in 2024, but this pod is the best wrestling podcast. Tell me when I'm lying. All y'all on your way. Y'all the next Lenny Bruce.
Oh,
LOL.
thank you. We thank you.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So
Indy Hartwell.
Indy Hartwell, very surprised.
Yep.
And I think she had a lot of upside, but maybe she needs to go away for a little bit, come back, or do something different. Somewhat surprised, Baron Corbin.
okay, yeah,
Yes.
thank you. Yeah.
It seemed like they were trying to do something with him and Apollo Crews,
Yeah.
and then they kind of shifted Apollo Crews to Giovanni Vinci,
Yep.
and then they dropped that. And
They
then-
dropped that boy.
And then Baron Corbin was just kind of backstage. And I was
Yeah,
like,
right,
all
right.
right. Well,
Yeah.
no more lone wolf. He just the wolf who lone.
Yeah.
And then
He's just the what?
the wolf who's alone.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon.
He's just like, whoo, by himself, you know?
He howls, then looks around.
Yeah.
Y'all was with me on that?
Y'all are we never want to see anybody lose their job.
Never.
No. Never.
But a lot of creative, like Triple H said, man, a lot of people go through the cycle and they make room for new people and people get weeded out. It's unfortunate. And yeah, it's Tegan Knox.
Yeah. I mean, when your like head kick move is the biggest, is like, you know what I mean? The most charismatic thing about you. I said this on another show. She's a good hand.
Yeah.
And that's not cutting it
Mhm.
in this current. The WWE has an embarrassment of riches.
Yes.
When it comes to talent right now.
Roster
this
stacked.
I would dare say this is the most talented roster they've ever had.
Yeah.
At any point.
Let's hold tight. Let's hold tight on that.
Okay. all right.
Because we talk about 2001.
Sure.
We talking about the roster from 1999
Yeah.
until 2000. I was gonna say 6, but until 2004, that roster is legendary.
Okay,
Let me land on this though.
Go ahead.
Let me land on
I'm
this.
sorry.
Back then,
Yep.
they only had main roster talent.
Yes.
Now there's a whole development system full
That
of
we
people,
see.
Yeah, that's cooking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Week in and week out, putting
Yeah.
on great matches, great storylines, all being developed by Chef Shawn Michaels. Like
Yes.
that's unheard of.
You're right.
You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a new golden age, and you have to stand out, which is why I'm so somewhat surprised about Corbin. He stood out twice.
Yeah.
And got over as a face in this latest run.
Absolutely.
Had a pop.
And then it was like,
Yeah.
and just yanked him out of there. So, that
You know what was interesting about Corbin though? And I am a fan. Oh, go ahead, Martin, please.
Oh, yeah. $9.99. I don't like how I said
Yeah,
that.
that was wild.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You getting a massage.
Oh, yeah. That was almost Paul Bearer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was good.
I appreciate that.
Ooh, yeah. $9.99 super chat. That's going to kill my voice. Romeo Moore, thank you very much. Says, love y'all guys. Keep doing good work. Also, Martin Annett beating the Unk allegations.
Ain't beating them.
Yeah. He flipped it. That ain't
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Can we take a moment, or because you posted it online, can we celebrate you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. First and foremost, we want to wish Martin Morrow, congratulations on crossing and being the newest member of, would you like to say the fraternity, good brother?
Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
Yeah,
Man. Beta Slammer chapter, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to all the alphas, man. You deserve it, brother. You've been putting in work. They know that you are an asset and a great addition to the organization.
Organization.
Yeah, organization.
Yeah,
Man,
absolutely.
Very happy for you, man.
And
Thank
it puts
you,
into context your lack of haircuts and beard trimmings for the past few weeks. You know what I mean? Like it really, you know what I'm saying? Like it was really like, what's going on at home
Cole,
for a little while.
I got a haircut like 3 weeks ago.
You did?
Yeah,
That-
well, I
listen.
just did the.
when someone has to ask,
Yeah.
that's what you gonna say.
Well, because you were like, keep the top and
Keep the top.
right, yeah. So I was
Don't shave
like,
that off.
I've been doing like the sides a little
Did
bit.
you fall asleep during the?
Wow.
No, man, I talked to my barber. He's got
Okay.
a Spotify channel and everything.
All right, right.
Oh
on.
man.
Yeah, he be singing.
That's
Not like to me, but
Yeah, all right. I'm about to say
That'd be-
that's where I
that'd
was
be
at.
crazy.
He just had a microphone. And just, how he cutting your hair? That's a wild visual.
So Baron Corbin, I'm gonna move on after this. I
Yeah.
think Baron Corbin suffered from a couple of things early on, right? When Baron Corbin first came to WWE, he had the hair and he was spotting. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
And when he was
Spotting is
that's
crazy.
there's gotta be.
Utterly
Gotta be a better
insane
terminology.
to call
There has
a
to be
balding man
better words.
spotting. Wow.
I'd be so upset if I'm Baron Corbin and someone's like, "Hey man, you got to check out Before the Bell podcast," and this is the episode he listens to.
yeah.
but we love him. I got
do.
nothing but love for Baron.
Nothing below.
He was spotting and then he
That's
cut
why
it
he cut
off.
it off.
Yep.
But along the way as well, he was his body was a little different, and he had the vest thing, and so he was a big man, but he wasn't a big man,
Mhm.
and then he lost the weight, but he still wasn't like yoked.
Right.
So it was a weird position to have him in because you want to throw him in the heavyweight picture because you want to throw him with all the other big men, and at that time there were so many big men on the main roster in the main event scene.
Yeah.
You couldn't really put him up there. So it was just, I think if Baron Corbin would have debuted 3 years after he originally debuted, he would be up there with Drew McIntyre right now.
I just feel like I just don't think there's enough patience in WWE creative right now. It's
Okay.
like I think about John Cena, right? Where it's like he tells the story all the time. He's getting ready to get fired till Stephanie McMahon saw him
Yeah.
freestyling on the bus. So it's like when you see that personality come out, which we got to see with Baron as a comedic
Yes.
wrestler when he was Bum Corbin.
Yeah.
I
You know what I
hated
mean?
Bum Corbin. Though.
But it got over though.
It did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it made us actually like this dude who was getting all the go away heat.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, now that you see his personality, use it. But what did they do? Turned him into rich guy Corbin.
Happy
Corbin.
Corbin.
Yeah.
With Madcap Moss.
Come
that
on.
was that's when I knew Vince was definitely like, hey, you just gotta die, bro.
Yeah. I don't invest in your success. That's not what I do here.
So we got a lot to talk about. Crown Jewel happened. However, we need to talk about the events that led up to Crown Jewel that we're not showing. Please, Martin, because and I'm gonna tell you why I have you read these, brother. Because what Mark does is he puts the cameras directly in front of the screen, and I cannot read any of those things. So please.
Oh, good, bro. Bad News Buck says, I would have paid to see Martin cosplaying as a white man. All right.
Okay.
Wait, what?
What does that mean?
That's thanks for that. All right, so
Appreciate it.
Monday Night Raw. R-Truth is a gem, bro.
Absolutely.
R-Truth. First of all, y'all don't know this about me, so let me educate you.
Okay.
I'm a fan of the oldest tricks in the book. Do you understand?
Okay.
I love a good old trick in the book. And
Yeah.
what I mean is when R-Truth was like, hold on, man, I got something for you. And smacked him. I was like, yo, I love this trick.
Oh,
This is the
hilarious.
greatest misdirect, bro.
Yeah.
Love R-Truth.
Okay.
With that said, the Truth videos with Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
Come on.
This is what I love when wrestlers take social media into their hands and do their own creative because it sparks such an interest. Now we want to see it.
Yeah.
The only time that I did not see that work was with Mojo Rawley.
Oh yeah.
Mojo Rawley had cut some promos. I think this is around the pandemic or right before on his phone, and they were so much better than everything he was doing in the ring.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is truly showing his serious side. This is like Word Life Cena in a sense for that time period. And he never got a chance to showcase it because Mr. McMahon
Yeah, they're doing
wasn't
some
a fan.
cutsies. They're like, hey, you can only win the 24/7 title so many times, bro.
Oh,
You gotta go. Also, to speak on Truth, right?
yes.
It shows how much he is loved.
Yeah.
To where if you turn on him, if you betray him, if you hurt him, we as an audience are directly against you.
Those are all the
Absolutely
same thing, but you're absolutely right.
yeah.
Well, no, you can turn on somebody and not hurt them, I guess, you know.
Turning on is betraying
Absolutely.
and hurting.
100%. 100%.
But let's give Miz his props real quick.
Okay.
Because Miz has been able to do something that nobody has ever been able to do in WWE, and that is get over Karrion Kross.
Come on.
Well,
Come
Come
on,
on.
man. Am I lying?
I mean, you're right. You know what I mean? It was it's like the bright idea when somebody's like, let's put some peanut butter on this bread because it's just a little play. You know what I'm saying? And that's really, you know, because Cross, man, I've been whatever. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan
At all.
Wow.
Okay.
Not even a little bit. But then when you saw like him do his Jesse the Body Ventura impression
Yeah.
and butt in on that podcast with that Chris Van Vliet had with Jesse the Body, it's like, again, there's personality there, but I think because of his look, they're always trying to make him this thing that doesn't fit who he is.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I get it. It's wrestling. We want the intense, you know, evil wrecker guy. But then it's like if you're not going to run with that and give him wins and stuff like that, it's just going to be boring. It's just going to be boring.
Him saying, I'll break your legs to Miz, I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
I like this. This is different. I haven't heard anybody threaten somebody like that.
Right.
Yeah. The $10 super chat from Kimber Gomore says the R-Truth bit was absolutely hilarious, but Miz getting kidnapped by the Wyatt Six in the background had me in tears.
Man.
I also loved how they kept, like, the through line of Raw was, they gonna kill Miz.
Yeah.
They're like, we're not even gonna mince words. He will die.
100%.
Prayers up to Maurice and the children.
Yeah.
Facts. They about to be a single parent household. Wee.
Yeah.
100%. Which brings,
Whoa. They about to be a single parent household because Maurice is French.
Facts.
Yo, but hey, let me tell you something. You on your way.
You
the next Lenny Bruce.
But, you know, which brings me always to my main point in kayfabe. Where are the police?
Big Boss Man died
Like,
years ago,
where?
bro. Big
You know
Boss
what I'm
Man
saying?
dead,
Like,
bro.
if you're Triple H, right?
Yeah.
You are sitting at the monitors watching everything that's happening. Oh, they're going to kill the Miz?
Has all the power to help him.
He proved it last week when Randy Orton was like, I know you're sitting there, come out here and talk to me.
And
So
he
he's
had to
there
come.
every show.
You ever notice whenever wrestlers, because they do that long backstage shot now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
When wrestlers go right into Gorilla, they always kind of section off where you can't see Triple H,
Yeah,
but you know
certainly.
he's right there.
Well, because it takes you out of it. Where
does.
again, why is he not doing anything? You know what I mean? When certain things are happening.
What if they hired a new cameraman who gets him and he has to, like, hide?
yeah. Which begs the question: what are Aldis and other dude for?
Did you say Aldis and other dude?
Yeah, what?
Ask Adam Pearce.
Whatever.
Adam Pearce.
Yeah, whatever.
I was about to call him Paul Pierce.
To
That's
this
a
day,
completely
they
different-
haven't explained why he's even an authority figure. He just showed up one day and was like the guy who reported to Triple H and them.
And I think that's the difference because it used to be with these authority figures,
Yeah.
you would show them on camera with a Stephanie or a Triple H or
Sure.
a Vince, and they just got appointed and never had any interaction and always just pick up the phone.
Mhm.
So that's the disconnect for me.
Well, they had that one time where Triple H had him in the ring and he was like, all right, you're on SmackDown, you're on Raw. And they're like, thanks.
Surely,
So-
but before that, I'm just like, who is you?
Yeah.
Who is why you? I don't care what you think. And then also he was like toothless. He letting the bloodline run amok
Yeah.
on SmackDown.
Yeah.
It's like you in charge. You can stop this.
Bring
you know?
back Brad Maddox. I wanted to finish that storyline.
Well,
Because
I
where
know-
was that? I would die.
You know
Yeah,
why?
yeah,
That's
that's
never
right.
happened.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean?
should've
You
brought that
defaced the women's championship.
Necessary.
He's just faced.
It's a wrap. Yeah. Google that if you don't know what I'm talking
He
about.
defaced it.
Christopher Lamar Burns. How dare you?
Lamar is not my middle name.
SmackDown happens.
Yes.
Here's what I think about SmackDown, man. Because this kind of directly leads us into Crown Jewel. Wait a second. AEW, Bobby Lashley is officially in
Facts.
AEW
Yeah,
now.
the Hurt Syndicate.
The Hurt
Uh-huh.
Syndicate. I feel like this is Tony Khan's move to mess up because they could truly build the company
Yes.
around Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
not just around Lashley.
Mhm.
First of all, kudos to him. Maroon suits, very hard to pull off. Extremely
Man,
And was it
hard.
leather too?
Listen.
Yeah, skin
Yeah.
tight. Boss.
What can you make? Is there any amount of fabric to not make his skin tight on Lashley? The man is a
That's
monstrous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a monstrous.
Yeah, like an utter monstrous.
Yeah.
So, but I just kept thinking about there's so many layers and branches that can grow from this tree, right?
Absolutely.
Because what I love about the Hurt Syndicate gimmick is like they're not involved like that.
Right.
Their whole thing is where the money at. You want so at any point they've already established that like the Young Bucks and the Elite are afraid of Moxley and the BCC, right?
Mhm.
Who have now taken over since he's the world champion. So now you could do a storyline where the Bucks pay the Hurt Syndicate to deal with that problem.
Ooh.
Okada's mad because he's like, wait a minute, I'm Okada. I don't need, you know what I mean, them to deal with the problem. I can deal with the problem. Then there's that layer where he starts to leave the Elite. Omega's on his way back. There's a lot of different things that are going on in AEW where this could really be a linchpin storyline for them if they handle it properly.
Oh,
So
hold on a
my
second.
question to you is,
Hold tight. Yeah. Well, all right. I'll ask them. All right, cool. They want to know if you want to write for AEW.
Oh, well, see, I've been fielding offers.
Okay. Got
You
it.
know what I'm saying? They
They
gotta
called
get the
during the
number
show.
right.
Sorry
They
about
gotta
that.
get the number right.
I would love if like if you looked at your phone and just said they, you're like, oh, wow, they really did call it. All right.
They.
Yeah.
My question is, who do you put with Lashley, Benjamin, MVP to elevate them, right? They had some interactions with Sasha. They had some interactions with Leo Rush. I think Powerhouse Hobbs is the perfect person to put with them. Because seeing Hobbs as like this kind of makeshift, like this, Lashley in training essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he needs that more than anybody else.
I'll give you that. That's a great call.
Ooh.
And it replaces the gap of a Cedric Alexander.
Right. I was gonna say Athena because
Mm.
they don't have a girl,
Yeah.
and they got to deal with someone's got to deal with Marina Shafir in the BCC.
Yeah.
So, and what's she doing? In Ring of Honor? Come on.
Do you just add one girl though? And this is why I asked, because when we think about it's always talked about with Bloodline, you're like, yo, just add in Naomi and Nia Jax.
Right.
But you need more than one girl, because if you just got one girl just beating people up, it would make sense if it's just Nia Jax. But if you add two women, now they can run roughshod over everybody.
Sure,
so
sure,
with the
sure.
Hurt Syndicate, do you add just one woman? Because then the guys can't really interfere, because you can't just hit women unless you can in AEW.
Yeah.
In the video game, but not
Yeah.
Not even in the video game.
no, in AEW video game, they do a lot of
You can punch the girls in the video game?
yeah.
That's
dang.
crazy.
It was you could like put them through barbed wire.
We
It was-
don't
it was
support
crazy.
Wow.
that.
Because in the
Yeah, we don't-
WWE
yeah.
games, it's like
Urgh.
the computer starts forcing them out of the ring.
Yeah. You get disqualified in the
Yeah, it's like, oh,
if you
yeah,
accidentally. You're like, all right. It's
Yeah.
Game over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meanwhile, as we are doing this, if you guys are watching live, thank you so much. If you're watching a replay, throw your bells in the chat and say replay when the episode airs Monday morning. Outside of that, tell us what you guys' thoughts are when it comes to AEW booking, when it comes to how you would continue to book the Karrion Kross dynamic and the Miz scenarios and everything else that we're about to talk about. Super chats are open, and we thank you guys for all the super chats so far. SmackDown happens.
Oh, real quick.
Yes.
Congratulations to Private Party, new AEW tag team champions. My boy Mark Quinn, friend of the show. So
Hey,
big
friend of the
congrats to you guys,
show. Tiffany Stratton comes out. I feel like they fudged that angle up really badly, because by her coming out and being like, "Oh, Nia, you're not off the hook," and it was like, whoa, why would you say that? Yeah, it gets a quick pop, but now this changes you guys' dynamic completely after Crown Jewel happens. I feel like we were doing a great pace, and then they rushed it, and now we're on shaky ground.
Yeah.
I don't know if they know what to do more with because we sort of all know where it's headed, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And they haven't figured out what was great about the Bloodline angle is that there was always twists and turns and there was one twist that happened at the PLE that we'll get to.
Yes.
But with these other things, even like the Judgment Day breakup, it's like it's so straightforward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To where at some point I think the writers are just kind of like, I'm not sure what we're gonna do. But I tell you what I do want. I need them Dominic Mysterio problems. if Tiffany Stratton is asking that, do he come too if I take the belt from you? What is it, bro? Do we got to shave? Do we got to do just mustache?
I mean,
is that what we doing wrong?
That's what I do.
No, you unk bearded up. We know everybody knows that. Like, what do you mean? Yeah,
it might be a mullet and mustache situation, bro. And I'll tell you this. I don't want it bad enough.
No,
I don't want it bad enough. Not to do a mullet and a mustache.
Rhea, Liv, then Tiffany.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Okay. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
If he were to have had Rhea, Liv, Tiffany Stratton, and you throw in Lash Legend, because now you got some chocolate in it.
Okay, yeah, they go there.
Now I might have to grow out that mullet.
All right,
Trick Williams would not let that happen.
That's a good move on his part.
Yeah,
absolutely. She's something.
Yeah, I guess they got like a cooking show online. Yeah, and they were asking about rings. She was like, "So when you gonna give me a ring?" And he was like, "Hey, let's
slow your roll and stir the pot." We ain't talking about that right now. We talking about recipes.
Stir the pot.
Relax.
Yo, until I see a ring on her finger, I'm gonna be flirting.
Hey,
you understand?
Man, that's a fade ready to be run for sure.
You know what? I'll tell you this, man. And I'm a fan of Trick Williams too. I might have to retract it. Let's just do Jakara Jackson.
Okay,
there you go.
Because she's single.
Yeah,
that's right. I
don't baby.
I don't know her.
Martin would know though.
Y'all don't know about the black women, huh?
Hey, listen.
I just gave you information about the black people.
He gave you Lash Legend.
That was
I can only know so much.
There's only so much bandwidth,
bro. Crown Jewel starts.
Yes.
Let's talk about this right now. Where was security for Jey Uso's entrance? He truly was just me, Us.
Yeah.
Day one ish. I was like, ain't nobody gonna guard him? He was just walking through the crowd by himself.
This is his fault.
Yeah.
This is 100% his fault. He didn't even coordinate the fit.
He did not.
With the other two. They in black and red, you in teal and white, and so you know what I mean? And sherbet orange. You can't do that. You look crazy.
Orange.
Yeah, you look crazy. You look absolutely crazy. You don't coordinate the fit. You're not going to be on the same page. That's how you end up getting beat by the New Bloodline.
Yeah. But that makes sense when we talk about mending fences. Yeah. You're not on the same page. There was a moment where we felt from SmackDown, all right, cool, everybody's good now.
Yeah.
And then we get to Crown Jewel. Jay doesn't want to make the tag. The Roman is still kind of weird. And you're like, what's this about? This is a little
didn't
clunky.
Apologize.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeet don't fix nothing.
Right. You beat my head in for months, several months until I joined you. Then you punked me. Any moment you got had me losing my mind. Literally, he got trauma, dude. Yes. He got serious trauma. One yeet. That's not enough to heal generational trauma.
You know why it's enough to heal?
Why?
Because, first of all, Jay talked a lot. He should have stopped at, hey, man, I want an apology. Bam. He was like, I want an apology because what you did, and then you kept going, and you hurt me mentally, yeet, physically, yeet, emotionally, yeet, man. And if we're going to do this, we need to be all equals. Yeet. Ain't nobody following after you. This is about to be me and Jimmy and you on the same page as one. Yeet. You cool with that or no?
It's always like more.
So it's like when you
can't speak in dots.
Yeah. I can't hit you with your apology if you're going to give me this entire monologue and then you stop at one question. Is that cool with you or no?
Yeah.
I'm like, yee. Roar.
Roman
you know
takes the mic. Which part you want me to respond to?
Exactly.
There's several points that you made, and I'm not sure which one where I should begin.
And while we had the subject, man, go ahead, please.
$9.99 super chat from David Allen.
Hey.
Who says, Martin looks like a door-to-door leftover food tester.
What is that even?
I don't know what the door-to-door is at all.
Even?
I didn't even know that existed,
is
bro.
Is that a thing? What does that mean?
Hey, man, y'all got some leftovers? I want
to test them. Why would you be testing leftovers?
Awful roast.
Listen, man, y'all got to stall my boy out, man.
Yeah, JP runs this. $5 super chat says, Fatal 4-Way tag match, U.S. title match, and Cody versus Gunther were dope matches. Definitely their best Saudi PLE, even though that is not saying much.
Well, no, I disagree. It definitely is the greatest Saudi pay-per-view, and that is saying much because this pay-per-view actually felt like there were things on the line,
Yes,
right? We had
stuff
some
mattered.
good feuds. Things mattered to Ulafala. We look at different matches. Having this card this stacked was better than King of the Ring for sure.
Sure.
By a mile.
Speaking of stacked,
Yep.
Cody Rhodes holding that gigantic belt like he was moving a sofa. It was insanely big. Why was the belt that big? What in the world were they thinking?
It was real rubies, man. That's where they put that 10 million. That was Tegan Knox's whole salary. Putting that belt.
Dad. They were like, Dad, we got to make some cuts.
Here's where this is why it shouldn't have been announced. It shouldn't have been announced the way Triple H did it until after the pay-per-view, like he did at the post show.
Sure.
Because when you go into the PLE and you say, also the titles are gonna stay over here. Now you've devalued this entire build-up for both matches. I don't even care anymore. A Super Bowl ring? They can't take these expensive titles back to the States.
Then again, I mean, you already got to pay extra for the weight of your luggage, and you put that belt in there. You fit in half a salary to get that done.
And you got to remember too, Cody's an old school dude, man.
Yeah,
his daddy had like 9 rings on his fingers and stuff. So I think it was the allure of the ring for him more than having like a giant title.
Answer this for me then. We all know that a lot of things are predetermined.
Right.
Why don't these rings fit?
Yeah.
Why did you not ask, hey, if you want to be cool about it, all 4 of you guys, what are you guys' ring sizes? We'll figure out who wins later. But the ring shouldn't be tight on nobody if you know who about to win.
Whoever's in charge of sizing in WWE obviously took the week off. We're going to make the belt way too big. We're going to make the ring way too small.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just pulling a rib on everybody. Like, I can't believe he's trying to pick up that belt.
Yeah, that
he
belt
ain't got enough
huge.
shoulder for that belt.
That's the one title Big Show should have won.
Absolutely right.
He had the shoulders for that title.
Exactly.
But back to Bloodline. I want to commend everybody involved in that match. We thought we were going to get an appearance from somebody, and we did. But before we get to that appearance, Roman took the pin.
Absolutely did.
Big Jim didn't take the pin. Jay didn't take the pin. Roman took that pin from Big Solo. Yeah. And let me say this. That legitimized Solo Sikoa.
That part. That
truly made him that guy, which makes you realize Roman Reigns might be the GOAT. And this is why I say it. This is why I say it. Who has put more people on than Roman Reigns? Roman Reigns looked at Jey Uso with pride as everybody was yeeting and throwing their hands up because this is what he always saw for his cousins. I'll raise you this question. This is for y'all too, chat. I'm about to start some trouble now. Which faction was better? The Shield or the Bloodline? Original Bloodline, Usos and Roman. The 3. Which one was better? The Shield?
Okay. Wait a minute.
Or the OG Bloodline?
Point flag on the play.
Fight me.
Flag on the play. I need clarification.
Yeah.
I need clarification. What was the better stable or the greater stable?
You know what's funny? You would think that you would have threw me off with that.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to say the better stable.
See, here's the thing.
Yeah.
The Roman we have now wouldn't be the Roman we have. Bloodline Roman wouldn't be Bloodline Roman if it wasn't for Shield Roman and all he went through in between. No, he could have easily been just leaky from FCW.
No,
he does not agree. No. And I'm not sure I agree either.
Yeah,
but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
like Bloodline Roman is the culmination of the 10 years they were trying to get him over and it didn't work, and he had to, forcibly put his family on his side to make himself godlike. You know what I mean? And I'm going Bloodline.
That's because you are a man of intelligence. What say you? And when I say it in this voice, ladies and gentlemen, his name is Martin. I'm saying Marty Morrow. People's like, oh, he said Mighty Morrow. I'm like, I enunciate, bro. It's Mighty Morrow. What say you, brother?
That is, I think in terms of better, the bloodline destroyed so many people, so many lives, so many careers were, I don't want to say shattered, but had to like shift over, right? The Shield took out Ryback. All right. What is, if we're just, putting a notch on the belt, what is Ryback to a driving Drew McIntyre crazy, to a making Sami Zayn into this cult-like hero, into bringing back Paul Heyman in this strong order,
right?
Although I love the Shield, they did not do all those things, and they were so easily the promise of Money in the Bank or authority or whatever was able to kind of break up the Shield, where the bloodline had to implode themselves and then still got back together in such a manner. And they're family.
Mm-hmm.
I know they got a family group chat.
Yeah. It's chaotic in there. It's chaotic in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Definitely.
And mind you, everybody who's watching, please.
Yeah, Deuce Big Below, what a name. Woo! $10 super chat.
Hey, yo.
Says, how come nobody's speaking about the impending tag match between Bianca and Jade versus Naomi and Bailey? Hashtag cakes on cakes.
Well, we still got a lot to cover. And I was about to say, first of all, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. As we get things that we miss, we're going immediately into the after show on Patreon. So if you guys are not members of the Patreon, you're missing out, because we got some doozies for y'all and some things that we cannot say in these streams that we can only say on the Patreon. So subscribe, patreon.com/beforethebell podcast.
We'll address the cakes there.
We will address that question on Patreon. Now, when we talk about this, Roman Reigns put people on. He put all of his family, everybody in the bloodline has been able to eat. The only person who's now getting the latest run is Big Jim, because he was injured throughout different points of the bloodline storyline. However, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Solo, Jacob, these are all from the Roman Reigns tree.
Yeah.
I mentioned that because our next match, which is Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed, made me realize, is this the first person Seth has put on? Bronson Reed would not be as on fire if he was had it not been for his attack on Seth.
Yeah. Sure.
So is this the first person Seth has successfully put on?
I'd say Dominic to some extent when he came in 2020.
Okay,
yeah.
Because I think, he had that like white meat, my dad, that kind of thing. Buddy Murphy to some extent, but not where it needed to be. And Cesaro, where Cesaro beat him at Mania. I think that people saw Cesaro in a different light. It just, whoever was working behind the scenes.
I mean, Rollins is one of those guys, he's going to have amazing matches with you, always.
No matter what.
As far as really
making
turning
stars,
someone into a made man, I think definitely limited.
Because think about it. What you just said, this is why I'm going to disagree with your list. Cesaro, I think, got put on by Cena because he had some bangers with Cena.
Now, that's where I was going to argue with you about who's put more people on.
No.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get there.
Go ahead.
All right.
Well, let me finish this point.
Yeah, no, I'm going to let you land.
So, Cesaro, nah. Dominic, I beat your dog walking. Because Dominic, I'll say it was a joint venture between Edge, but primarily Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
This, and what a person to put on as your father, as your son.
Sure.
Like I'm taking full credit for Rey Mysterio putting Dominic on because he has massive heat because Rey Mysterio is so loved.
How did he get Rey Mysterio's eye back in his head? Y'all remember that?
Yeah,
remember they put his, he took his eye out?
Yeah, that was a
and they try to make us be like, they just took his eye out on TV.
Seth Rollins throwing up over it. It's like, you did it. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah. You could have left his eye where it was.
Yeah.
I think they had a surgery where they gave him Shawn Michaels' old eye. And
you just not even. That's not even nice.
I beg.
Why you gonna let Shawn just catch strays like?
He
he did nothing to you.
All the meals he's cooked up for us.
Right. That's how you bet. That's how you pay him back.
Glasses stayed on this whole time, by the way. Anyway, so
I'm sorry, Papa Kid.
So Seth Rollins has successfully put on
the
superstar that is Bronson Reed. right?
Mhm.
Now go to your
Stara.
point.
I'll go Stara for
Star.
Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Superstar makes my voice crack
You're
like
right.
you just heard. That's like wild. Superstar.
And we have to,
We'll
we have to see the follow up because
Yeah, yes,
what
yes.
happens after the Seth feud? What
Right,
I
right.
think him and that Braun match was great.
Yeah.
We know that Bronson Reed can wrestle. If he couldn't, he wouldn't be there, right?
Yeah.
But it's a matter of what happens next. Because if
For
he's in
sure.
the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal again next year,
yeah.
then clearly
You're right.
it was all for nothing.
You're right.
100%.
Go what I say as far as putting people on.
I would say John Cena.
I'm listening.
Because I mean, Cena said he hasn't won a match
Right.
in several years at this point.
Mhm.
That means whoever he's losing to is getting the John Cena rub.
No.
And I mean, Bray Wyatt,
Mhm.
I'm
AJ
listening.
Styles.
I'm gonna stall you out.
yeah. Help me out with the Martism.
That whole U.S. title challenge run, Rusev
Yeah.
became bigger because of that.
Yeah.
To some extent, I get like Big Show is kind of middling until his feud with Cena.
Sure.
You talking about the 2003?
Yeah, like any time they needed Big Show to look like a monster, they put him against Cena. And anytime Cena needed a big win or vice versa, they did that.
the
Edge,
timeline.
Edge.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Edge was
Yeah. And this is what I'll say about
Yeah.
Roman.
Yeah.
I think that Roman, I think that the storyline is what's putting people on, not necessarily Roman. Roman's the centerpiece. Roman's the Jordan of the Bulls.
Okay.
Right? And everybody is joining in on the dynasty. You dig what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I don't think that he was ever like, LeBron James dragging a bunch of bums to the finals. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's like that.
Okay. Let's go back.
And something else to add to that real quick. Brock Lesnar, right? After he beat the streak, it was when he destroyed Cena at SummerSlam to where we got the Beast.
Correct.
Yeah.
And Solo put him down with the several thumbs.
Y'all are missing. Y'all missing timeline. Y'all mincing timelines.
Okay.
You first started off and said Cena hasn't won matches in a couple of years.
Sure.
The decline of Cena when he started going to a part-time schedule does not count as him putting people over because the wins don't mean as much as they did when he was Super Cena.
But he's still Cena, though.
The people that you mentioned, the feuds that you mentioned, that was during a Super Cena era. Edge and the resurgence of Big Show and him fighting
Umaga.
Randy Orton and Umaga.
Yeah.
Those people would have benefited from beating Cena. That they didn't beat him. Now we get into the U.S. title run. That showcased a lot of talent that was not getting showcased or spotlight
Correct.
or full matches.
Mhm.
That did help. The only run that U.S. title did help, I'll give you Rusev and I'll give you AJ Styles.
Sure.
Cena whole-handedly helped AJ Styles be the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Bray Wyatt, he did not truly help because him beating him at Mania stunted his growth.
But
Bray Wyatt was a superstar, and the only reason he was able to rise from the ashes is because he continued to change his character up. Randy Orton is more responsible for putting on Bray Wyatt than John Cena, and Daniel Bryan is. Go
Randy
ahead.
Orton kept beating Bray Wyatt too.
Right. And the exclamation point on Bray Wyatt's return was the Firefly Funhouse match he had with John Cena.
But yes, the Firefly. What's up, Mark? What's going on, man? I'm in the middle of a thought.
Oh, yeah, we
go
got
ahead,
a bunch
do
of
the-
chats.
go ahead.
We got
Vibey
money.
Woodchuck says, couldn't catch the live, but shout out before the bell. Thank you, Vibey.
Yeah.
And then we also have Kimber Gilmore with $5 super chat says, the Bloodline broke records for WWE. The Shield has not done that. Big time agree.
Yeah,
Facts.
that's fair. That's
Facts.
fair.
Deuce Big Below says, okay, but can you talk about how Jey Uso and Jermaine Jackson's hairline might be related?
You out of control.
Jermaine Jackson. Oh, man.
2534 King says George Clinton looking bad these days. Why do I keep catching the smoke?
He said he wants to P-Funk.
Wow.
You know what?
Make my funk the P-Funk.
Hey,
I'm trying to get funked up.
All right. Fun. $9.99 super chat from the power of Anime 14
I don't
says,
recognize that.
Yeah.
Brand new
Thank
guy.
you.
Yeah.
finally catching alive, and this is the best black wrestling podcast. But Martin, I'm gonna need you to give back those sideburns to Bigfoot.
Dang.
That's crazy.
You guys, they don't all have to be making fun of.
Sounds like a trend.
And we got JP runs this with the $5 super chat saying John Cena killed just as many careers as he has put over.
I
LOL.
disagree. I disagree
Facts.
wholeheartedly. The Cena slander, I don't put up with.
He should not have beat Rey Mysterio.
He won
the night Rey Mysterio won the WWE title.
won the Booker.
That was all Vince McMahon.
You know, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He could have said
people
no.
would've-
You're John Cena. That's
we-
a SummerSlam main event.
Would you have said no?
That's a SummerSlam main event.
Did we get them all, Mark? All right. So now when we talk about putting people over,
Yeah.
Roman Reigns, the storyline, I'll meet you halfway with that.
Okay.
Because the storyline is what got people invested.
Certainly.
However, the pop that people are receiving to move on to be able to capitalize has been euphoric.
Mhm.
Do you understand me? It's been like a rocket ship. Anybody who's been involved in the Bloodline storyline that goes off on their own, rocket ship to their back and they're gone. Whereas with
LA
Cena,
Knight.
LA Knight was gone. Now, you bring up LA Knight because we can talk about his match right now. Is he cooling off? Because he hasn't had a meaningful feud since Logan Paul and Bloodline. Because I thought Carmelo was going to take the title.
No, that's my point. Everyone is not secured a rocket ship via fighting the bloodline. I think it's elevated some people, but some people already kind of had that oomph to them, like a Kevin Owens, like a Randy Orton, like a who's someone like Jey Uso, right? But at the same time, feuded with Matt Riddle, where is he? Feuded with Cesaro, where is he? That the Daniel Bryan feud was like cold as ice cream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Daniel Bryan, that was Daniel Bryan starting to be checked out of WWE.
Yeah. Also, they
wasn't
handled
like-
that wrong.
Yeah, they handled it
Yeah.
extremely
Because
wrong.
that should have been the feud. Because if you remember, the reason people started booing Roman was not because he was being shoved down our throats, as the narrative suggests now. It was because everyone wanted Daniel Bryan to win the Royal Rumble, and they eliminated him early, and the fans turned on the match. So then when Roman won it, it was like, oh, no,
you're misthinking. It was because Daniel Bryan wasn't in that Rumble.
There's one he skipped, but there's another one where he
got
is
eliminated 10th.
Yeah, he gets
by Bray
eliminated
Wyatt,
Yeah,
early.
okay. So in order,
Yeah.
the Rumble that Roman won, not that one. The Rumble beforehand,
Mhm.
the year before, was the one that we were like, yo, CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. CM Punk got eliminated. Daniel Bryan wasn't in it.
Right.
And we're like, all right, well, if we're going to cheer for anybody, I guess
100%.
it's going to be Roman. And Vince dropped the ball on him, gave it to Batista.
Totally.
Now the next year, Vince is like, well, I can't do it. But they give it to Roman, and people are like, no, we wanted Daniel Bryan.
Exactly right. So the
you're right.
storyline is easily, you're the reason they don't love me.
Ooh.
And it's personal. It's not about titles. It ain't about none of that. Because the whole thing is, I'm the tribal chief. I demand respect. And the reason that I have to take it by force is because of you.
Whoa. We just got a massive super chat here, gang. Coming in from Ironside with a $40 super chat.
Thank you, sir.
He says, love the charisma between the three of you. Martin looking real funkadelic, but from Temu.
See, I don't know what gets more disrespected sometimes, Martin or Temu.
Definitely.
No.
Shout out to Paralyzed Pimpin'. That's
Absolutely.
Ironside.
Paralyzed Pimpin'. And then we also have another super chat from Mr. Randy Constance with a $4.99 says, I missed don't of the show.
I think he meant most of the
I missed
show.
most of the show. Just jumped in. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you to everyone. We almost have 300 viewers watching right
Absolutely.
now.
Thank you so
We want
much.
to thank you so much for being in the chat, for talking to us live. We also want to thank everyone who has dropped a super chat. We really can't do this show without you. Like that's how I have this Macho Man fit. All right. You guys pay for this. All right. Genuinely, this comes from you. So big thank you to each and every one of you who's dropped a super chat. Thank you to people who are in the chat. Thank you for the people who are watching live, watching the replay. Drop those bells. Drop where you're from. We're going to keep talking Crown Jewel. Right?
Yeah.
That's what these bells are all for, because they go to the jewels that are in our crown and the U.S. title crown.
I like how you did that. Did your mama watch the show?
This show?
Yeah.
She act like she do.
Oh, got
She
it.
like, I'm so proud of what you're doing. What am I doing, Mom? You know, with the show,
The stuff.
the thing.
Like,
You know,
I have a couple, Mama.
yeah.
You know?
She see the clips.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You know,
My mama watched the show. His mama watched the show. Shout out to our mamas. Thank you so much.
absolutely.
The pride. Oh, the pride that I feel when my mom is like, yeah, so it was a good show today. And I'm like, oh, you watched. Thank you so much. But now, so before we get off too far on a tangent, Roman Reigns has put on more people than declining Cena.
Here's why I think I chiefly disagree with you
Yeah.
because you said you said that might make Roman the GOAT.
Yeah.
And my thing is
For his family, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
For his family.
Greater than The Rock?
No. I'm not saying for, I'm saying for his family.
Okay.
Meaning
Yeah.
The Rock, as much as we love The Rock only had Rikishi to kind of help along.
Yeah.
Whereas Roman Reigns has like 10 people
Yeah.
to help along.
Yeah,
Tamina would have been involved had she been, you know.
Rock wasn't really like associated with like Rosie.
Yeah.
Like,
They did not do that.
ooh, yeah. I
They were
mean,
like-
you could team with the Hurricane if you want. I don't know about doing something with me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So hear me out.
Yeah.
Rocky, we got this 3-minute warning thing going, man. We've been beating up lesbians and stuff.
Hold
Okay.
that thought, brother. I gotta go wrestle Stone Cold Steve.
Okay, can we? I don't have your new number. I was
Yeah,
trying
no.
to-
Hit up Samu about it. Hit
Yeah.
up.
He's got all the stuff.
Yeah, he got everything.
All right, I got you, Rock.
Everything you need.
We got to go smash Stephanie. Not
Absolutely.
like that, but
Wow. Wow.
So cumulatively,
yes.
over the course of John Cena,
Mm-hmm.
I would say he's put over more.
Agree to disagree.
Okay,
You know? So I'll
that's
say
what we
this.
need in this country.
That's what
You know what I mean? That's what's missing. That piece.
oh, someone brought up a very good point in the super chat. Shout out to Incredible Jones with the $4.99. Says Montez Ford match with Roman should have set him off.
But-
Mm.
that's during pandemic. Montez Ford beat Seth Rollins. He beat he didn't beat Roman Reigns, but it's like you fought Roman Reigns, you fought and beat Seth Rollins.
Mhm.
When you have these situations where you're not able to capitalize, it's like, dude. And when I'm looking at Montez Ford, y'all know I want Montez Ford to have a singles run. And I don't know what's halting it, but I do know that WWE is acting like this boy is 21 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
let's go. He should be getting the Trick Williams treatment. I'm saying, even if you got to send him back down to NXT, I'll beat your ass, Mark.
Yeah, disagree entirely.
Tripping.
But anyway, they're building Lash Legend versus Jade, aka Storm versus She-Hulk. I'm not mad at it. At the beginning of that match, I was like, oh, they're not ready. By the end of that match, I said, oh, I think they are ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
No,
an incredible women's match.
they definitely can go. I'm glad that they finally, gave up them seats they had in the front row and actually,
Facts.
got to wrestle. I almost thought they were going to win. I thought that they were going to do like the, whatever was going on with like they did with the Motor City Machine Guns.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where it's like now really made us pay attention to, they're doing something with the tag team division. I thought that was going to happen because ultimately it's like Jade and Bianca need to keep their dominance.
Yeah.
EO and Kyrie have definitely earned winning the title for the good work that they've been doing these past few months.
Yes.
And then Chelsea and Piper have been super entertaining.
Very
Yeah.
entertaining.
So where they sort of deserve a look. So I was like, maybe they just go in the other direction.
yeah.
But they, they just kept it the status quo. Most of the show was more like a house show anyway, as far as results was concerned.
But very
But-
entertaining.
Yeah, super
Yeah.
entertaining.
I feel like Bronson Reed needed the win more than Rollins.
I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
So to see him lose that match, even if he still looked strong, he lost a little bit because he's supposed to have that rocket ship on his back.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins could lose every match every big match from now until WrestleMania, and he still will be cemented.
Yeah.
But Bronson Reed needed that.
I felt the same way about Gunther.
Nope.
You-
Nope.
I bet you a Cody. You a Cody guy.
I'm a Cody
You a Cody.
crybaby.
Apologize.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because okay,
Cody
let's
didn't
look
need
at
it.
it. Cody needed it.
Why?
If Cody said it during the, I keep looking at you for reassurance.
And he not with you.
Never give it to
No,
me.
here's the thing: the ring wouldn't fit on Gunther's finger.
No,
Not
bro.
even been like here. He was like, all right, you know what?
I just hold it.
He'd have to put it on his shoulder.
It's like this. Cody Rhodes said if I don't win this match, what happens when somebody wins the Royal Rumble? They automatically go to the World Heavyweight title because what is all this for? I've made this title a secondary title. He said, I need to win this to remain the guy. And he does, because if Gunther would have beaten him, he would have been, he would start losing the, it's so many more things that go on. It's like the marketing, the pops, the respect. Gunther can survive the loss, and especially the way he got pinned.
The way he got pinned.
The way he
That's
got
what
pinned
matters
is what
most.
protected him.
Yes.
If Cody got pinned like that, it would not have protected him.
Yes, real quick. $9.99 super chat from Jeremiah Roper, who says they lost place of who was legal during that 4-way match, or is it just me? Possibly. I don't know. Those are hard ones to catch. So
They're, but it was very entertaining. That tag match, ooh, that tag match was good.
Also, I thought it was odd that it seemed like a lot of the non-American wrestlers all lost on a non-domestic PLE.
no, they loved it. They loved them whites over there, bro.
I guess they do.
Two blonde winners.
But that's what inspired this week's segment.
Ooh.
That's Sweeping the Nation.
It's sweet. I got a broom. Where's my broom?
It's absolutely Sweeping the Nation.
Yeah.
Mark, are we ready? Chris's lists.
You just made the list.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna make sense of that. So this week,
You never have to say
I
that.
know I don't.
We give you the act
we
out
don't.
everything.
I know.
we
I
do
enjoy
it.
it. I enjoy it. I have fun. Can I enjoy myself
All right, yeah,
for my
sure.
segment? Thank you so much. All right, that's all I'm trying to do. I'm feeling whimsical. I'm in a clown t-shirt.
Yeah.
Here we go. So this week, because this was a non-domestic PLE, it got me thinking about other non-domestic shows like Clash at the Castle,
Okay.
and SummerSlam 92, and all the other things. Can we do a top 5 non-American WWE superstars of all time?
Ooh.
Top 5 non-American WWE superstars.
Of all time.
Are we talking
Okay.
non-North American or non-United States of American?
Let's
Let's just keep
Let's-
it non-United States.
Let's keep it non-United States. We can go Canadian.
Okay.
Because I know that's where you go. You're going to give me Bret Hart. We
have to.
We got to
yeah.
put him in there. Yeah.
Gotta put.
They did the whole un-American stables with Canadians.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, here's a real. Is the Isle of Samoa part of the American? You know how they got that like that little thing of strip of land and stuff. Is that they vote American or what? What do they?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Puerto
okay.
Ricans can't even vote, for the United States president, which is really messed up.
That
Yeah,
is.
I thought-
This
yeah.
is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Go first.
Yeah. Number one, you called it Bret Hart.
Bret, the
He
Hitman Hart, absolutely.
Carried that company
Yeah.
through the trenches
Mhm.
and then some. Hey, this man was retired.
Yeah.
Brain rattled. Came back, won the U.S. title, and was GM. All
Yeah.
right. Fought off Nexus. Okay.
You talking about Shaky Bret?
Yo.
I know I didn't mean it like,
Oh.
but I didn't realize you were talking. I didn't realize. I was like, wait a minute, when did that happen during the era of the excellence of execution?
Oh,
My bad. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
shaky bread. I don't think I've
goodness.
ever heard that.
All right. Bad News Buck says Samoa is a territory. All right. So I won't count any Samoans. But yeah.
No, they count.
All right. Okay. Count. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
So okay. Number one, Bret
United
Hart.
States proper, my friend.
All right. Cool. Number
Yeah.
one, Bret Hart. Number two, Iron Sheik.
Okay.
Right?
Ooh.
Yes.
A hell of a pull. Okay.
Right. If the 80s era of WWE would not have thrived the way it did had it not been for the sacrifice of Iron Sheik being that middle ground between Bob Backlund and Hulk Hogan.
Because let me tell you something. She could have beat Hogan's ass in real life, no problem whatsoever.
Easily.
This man was an Olympian. This man was one of the strongest recorded men in professional wrestling. You say how he was moving those whatever
Yeah.
The
things
giant
or whatever.
glizzies.
Yeah, not giant glizzies.
Wow.
That's what is that not what they are?
That's not what they are.
That's not what they are at all.
They're like corn dogs.
What's going on at
Okay.
home? I'll ask again. Mitsushiki, baby.
Yeah. Number three, Andre the Giant, man. Frenchman, doing the thing, bro.
Let's keep it at 3. These take a lot of time.
Listen, that's why I'm saying it's not really a top
It's not
5.
really
We
a
just
5,
threw
man.
out names. You know what I mean?
He just likes the movie or Chris Rock. So
I do. It's a
Who
good
are
movie.
yours?
I'm gonna go with the British Bulldog, Davy Boy Smith.
yeah.
Oh,
man.
nice.
Yeah,
Our
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
crackhead.
100%.
Mm.
Wow. Because I mean, I don't even know where to go from that. I'm gonna go. I'm also gonna go. Thank you so much, Black Nostalgic Nerd, Roderick Toombs, aka Rowdy Roddy Piper. Not Scottish, by the way.
Really?
A Canadian pretending to be Scottish.
Wow.
He knew how to play the bagpipes, and that was what he told a local promoter when he made his debut, and they were like, well, we're gonna call you Roddy the Piper. But it came out Roddy Piper, and so he ran with that and pretended to be a Scotsman. And then, of course, I'm gonna agree with you on Bret the Hitman Hart. I mean, come on, excellence, execution, best there is, best was, best ever will be, according to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Kevin Owens, Edge.
Over these guys that we
No,
talk
this
about?
is-
Oh, it's
y'all
your
already
list.
said
My bad.
Y'all already
Let me
said
not step on your list.
Went full Canuck.
Look at how I had so much pushback for your personal
Yeah,
opinion. Yeah,
I mean,
my
y'all
bad.
said certain names. I don't want to copy
Yeah,
the
I got you.
names.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
Kevin Owens, Edge.
You weren't about to say Iron Sheik.
No, I wasn't going to.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to copy or is he?
You lucky y'all say Great Khali. I'm just thinking everybody
Oh,
who ain't.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, I'll lead this podcast. Are you kidding me? The modern day Maharaja.
The knock
You
me
see, I'm a
this.
body guy. All right. And Jinder Mahal, he was jacked. He had the muscles.
Let me tell you something, boy. You know exactly how I think. Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
And I'm looking for a woman. What woman was not from America?
Becky Lynch.
Becky
Lynch.
Great
Yes.
pull.
That's my
Great
pool. Becky Lynch.
And also honorable mention, Kofi Kingston. I'd venture to say one of the best.
Ghanaian.
5 Shades of Gaming for the super
Yes,
chat
5
says, does
Shades of
Kofi
Gaming.
count Jamaican/African?
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kofi Kingston for sure.
Kofi Kingston
No
from
doubt.
Ghana, West Africa, by way of Kingston, Jamaica.
Isn't it funny that Kamala is like from Alabama? Something like that. He was playing a Ugandan. That's
Listen,
crazy.
guys, we have literally so much more to say. Like, I wish I could show you this list, and we have to get through all of it on the post show on Patreon right now, patreon.com/before the bell podcast. Do us a favor, man. And I mean this. First of all, 300 comments is an incredible accomplishment that we just had. I want us to get even higher, and we can only do that because of you guys. However, this is the ask that we're asking you for. As you see this video drop Monday morning, make sure you hit the like, because from what I'm learning is the more likes that our video gets, the more it reaches different people. And you guys can help us. We're getting some thousands of views, but we're only getting a couple of hundred likes. So if you guys can hit the like on the video and send it to somebody that you think would enjoy this, guys, because we enjoy making it for you. Burns, what you got coming up?
Just check me out, man, at Chris_please or the.darkitect on social media, and you'll see what I'm up to.
Mighty Myro.
Yo, follow me on IG. Like I said, University of South Carolina, Aiken, coming up on the 14th. So come check us out. And thank you again to all of the super chats. Thank you again to all of our commenters, the 313 people who watched us live. We can't do this show without you. So really just keep supporting Before the Bell. CTZ.
Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, so much is coming up for me. I work very hard. But what I am most excited about talking about all the time is the Before the Bell podcast, and you guys are making it so. So thank you guys for another successful show, another amazing episode, and we will be on Patreon in 2 minutes. So if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. We have something that fits most budgets, so come over there and get down with us, and we are gone. Oh, wait. Thanks to Brilly. And thanks to Brilly, Jerry Williams. Thank you to our new merch guy. If you guys want some merch, hit the store. We go. First of all, I was about to say your name until you just kept talking. And I definitely want to thank our producer. We cannot do this show or build this legacy without him. Our guy, Mark Aiken. Is it Aiken? I never said his last name. Aiken. Anyway, Mark. All right, Mark is our guy. And he's been holding us down for day one, man. So thank you to Mark. He's a part of the family. We out.
Laid out for the count. 1, 2, 3. Before the Bell podcast. Before the Bell podcast.